I am not in a good mood today. Oh, quintessential. Well, let's try and cheer you up. Hey, quintessential. Hey, Brianna. Anime crazy. Diz. Locked Queen Legale. Hey, everyone. Hello. How art thou? How are you today? Patty Duke. L Love. YBS Mary. Remain teachable, little baby. Shondo's across the room. Brandon, what's going on? Nappy child. Listen, for the past 2 years, what have I been calling this place? L Love. What's good, my love? Lady Libra. Oh, hey, Nita, you changed your name. What's good, Nita L? So, what have I been calling this place for the better part of 2 years now? Been calling it the yet to be United States of America. Have I not been saying that? Hey, you stopped watching Underground for this. So, Abby, let me ask you a question. This is just a real quick answer, Abby. So they went back to season 1, episode 1 of Underground, and they're just recapping the first 2 seasons. I just want to know before because I haven't watched it yet. These are yet to be United States of America. Just a mess. Have I not been saying this to you all? I have been saying this. I have been saying this for how long? We going back to 2019. I've been saying this. I'm just saying. Just saying. Listen. The first rule of engagement is we do not negotiate with terrorists. And these people are terrorists. Let's call them what they are. These people. See, they worried about threats, international threats, and people from other countries going on over here. The biggest threat to these yet to be United States of America has always been in our own borders, have always been born and raised here. We have killed more Americans have been killed by other Americans than any other from any other place combined. Child, child. Listen, I did. I'm not gonna even. We don't listen. It goes without saying. Y'all already know. We ain't even got to say what would happen if these people was black. We do not. We ain't going. We're not gonna talk about the fact that they would have tanks out there right now. The fact that they would have military tanks out there right now in the streets of Washington D.C. in front of the nation's capital. Rolling right across the lawn of the nation's capital. You would have tanks and military vehicles and arsenal all spread out around the National Mall. Do you hear me? I ain't even mad about it. Listen, I am not even mad. I'm sitting right here with my, what am I drinking today? Core organic hydration. Doing this. You want to know why? Because I can blame the Republican Party. I can blame them if I want to. I could blame them and the fuck shit and fucktitude that they've had going on. But we know who they are. We know what they are. And we knew that they're going to be like the Senator Josh Hawleys of the world and the Raphael Cruz, Ted Cruzes of the world, who have incited this stuff. No. Who I blame is the people on the other side that have continued to coddle these people, that have continued to try to play nice with these people, that have continued, instead of calling them out, instead of calling them to the carpet, instead of calling a thing what it is, calling a thing. Oh, no, call them out. They need swift punishment. But no, you're not going to have that. The people on the other side want to play fair. They want to play by the rules with people who threw the rule book away. You're trying to play nice with people who don't know what that is. Listen, now I just stopped watching when I came on here. Anybody seen a drop of tear gas anywhere? Just asking. Tear gas? Anybody? Rubber bullets being shot at people? Anyone? Any of that? You have people who have taken control of the capital of these yet to be United States of America. Motherfuckers are sitting in the presiding chair of the Senate chambers. Like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm here. And what? You ain't seen a drop of tear gas. You ain't seen the National Guard. You ain't seen a goddamn thing. No rubber bullets. No, police in riot gear pushing people down. Oh no. Now y'all can't even go over there and be in the Capitol building. Because y'all kept calling what we was doing a riot. There you go. There's the real riot. Go ahead. Let me know how that works. Baby, they over there at Pelosi office, they over there in McConnell office, they over there in all the office here for it. They here for the shits. Now, let me tell you how far this government, hey L. Lewis, has fallen. Okay. Hey Yolanda. In the history of these yet to be United States, if anything remotely close to what's going on were happening, you would have an entire government lockdown. The president, vice president, speaker of the house, and everybody would be locked down in a fucking bunker somewhere. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? All of the leaders of Congress would be locked away in a bunker somewhere. Do you hear me? That is what is supposed to happen. But what we've had is the systematic diminution of what we know as a civilized country. The systematic diminution of what we know to be civilized America. And if you believe that this is the end of it, if you believe by any stretch of the imagination this is the worst it's going to get, you're reaching. And this goes back to what I was saying. For all of those people living pie in the sky now, we'll get to the Georgia Senate seats in a minute. Because while all of this was going on, while they was tearing down the place, they called the John Ossoff seat as well. And now he's the projected winner. That was happening while they were taking over the Capitol. But my point is this. What this should tell Biden and some of the rest of these delusional people on the left, you cannot negotiate with these people. can't try to play nice and talk to them. Oh, let's sit down. Oh, let's see how we can work this out. No, bitch, there's nothing to work out. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to negotiate. There's nothing to talk about. What are we talking about? These are the people that you want to talk to. These are the people who your president are saying, we love you. You're very wonderful people. Please just go home because we love you. And they stole the election from us. Did you see that prepared statement this clown made? See, that's the type of stuff that you have to prosecute to the fullest extent of the law. As soon as they 1201 hits on January 20th, he needs to be a Chanel Bangles and carted off to someone's jail. You have allowed, and let me tell you, the grocery list, start off with the list of people responsible for a lot of this foolery. At the top of the list, of course, you know, is Cheeto Man and his and Mike Pence, who went along. See, what happened is the Mike Pences of the world, the Mitch McConnells of the world, the Tom Cottons of the world, the Susan Collinses of the world, all of these, the John Cornyn's of the world, all of these people who for so many years had given me shelter, had all of this stuff to say about, oh, as a conservative party, we are here to uphold the principles of the Constitution of these yet to be United States of America. However, you let somebody come into the executive branch, lead the executive branch who has done everything in his power to make these yet to be United States of America mirror a dictatorship. That is what he's been trying to do this whole time. Y'all just haven't been paying attention. He's been trying to turn this thing into some type of dictatorship, some type of authoritarian dictatorship. He has been systematically unraveling everything that makes this a civilized nation. And now we are a nation filled with animals. Now, the animals were always there. Listen, it's like the house. The roaches are always there, but it's not until you tear down that wall and now you can see through the concrete. Oh, it's a lot of roaches in here. And see, what happened is Donald Trump came into the house. He bust open the wall, and now all of the roaches done poured into the house, and now the roaches running everywhere. You got the whole Joe's fucking apartment in this fucker. It looks like Joe's apartment in this fucker because the roaches are everywhere. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. And I don't want all of these Republicans now to try to backpedal and pussy pop off of their stances and try and come off how they, were gaslighting. See, the Republican Party and all of those senators that were going to do all of that junk they was going to do today, and all of those representatives that were going to do all of their junk today. These are the ones that had gas cans in hand and matches and set a fire to this situation. Hmm. Listen, y'all gonna let them do it? Shit, let them burn this shit down. Y'all listen. Let Black Lives Matter had even come to the lawn of the Capitol building, baby, they would have had military tanks and all kind of stuff out there. But y'all let these people breach the Capitol building, burn the shit down. Fuck it. Let them burn it up. Go ahead. You are encouraging these people. You're pussyfooting around. You slapping them on the wrist. Oh, this is so wrong. This is so horrible. Oh my God. They have the Capitol building, but yet you're doing nothing. We have fought harder as a nation to protect the Capitol buildings of other countries than we have our very own. I just want y'all to wrap your hands around this. I just want y'all to wrap your hands around this. The United States military, the United States government, and we as a country have fought harder to protect and support the capitals of other countries than we have our own country, only because you cannot get away from your own white privilege. And this goes for the Dems and the people on the other side as well, because they sit there and they say, oh yeah, something has to be done, and then they get to the point where it's time to pull the trigger, like today, and you look and see who you're pulling the trigger on, and you go, oh shit, they look like me. Oh, that could be my brother or my son or my uncle or my mom or my sister or my, you know? And now they're afraid. And now you have people that have taken over the Capitol building. This is what we're talking about. White privilege from both sides. Both sides. Don't fall for the Kool-Aid, y'all. Don't fall for the Kool-Aid. This is coming from both sides. This is coming from both sides. A mess. Just a damn mess. We look like some mess that you see on CNN when they are covering the story of some third world dictatorship. This looks like what we saw when Gaddafi got overthrown, or when Hussein got overthrown. This is what this looks like. Is this not what that looks like over there at the Capitol building of these yet to be United States of America? Now I'm gonna say something, and y'all gonna think I'm being hyperbolic when I say this. Y'all gonna think I'm reaching and stretching when I say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Stuff like this is how you end up with a civil war. It has to be said. Events like today, even if they didn't storm the Capitol building, just the fact that you got members of Congress trying to defy the Constitution of these yet to be United States and not certify an election that went through every possible channel of, being, validated. There, even if they did, these people didn't take over the Capitol building. Had they have been able to go ahead and these Republicans been able to do what they were supposed to be doing, wanted to do, that is an act leading toward something that we like to call, that we've already had in this country, a civil war. And now that they know that they have a groundswell of people behind them, please understand, the congressmen that are on that fuck shit and fuckery, the senators that are on that fuck shit and fuckery, look at the news and see this, and they don't go and say, oh my God, this shouldn't happen. What they say is, oh, so that means there's a lot of people that support me and support this foolishness. So it's no reason for me to back down now. Why would they? A mess. I'm not even reading y'all comment. Let me go back and read y'all. Y'all have been commenting up on this thing. Let me read what y'all said. This is a mess. This did listen. This is the culmination of what I said earlier. The systematic diminution of what we know to be a civilized nation. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What we have is probably, if we look back in history, this could be, these are the acts of something that starts civil wars. Because it's already civil unrest. That right there is civil unrest. And now, because people are so dug in, because you got people in positions of power gaslighting these people, because these people refute it. It's the quintessential reprobate mind. When someone has a reprobate mind and they refuse to believe what is true, they refuse to believe what they know. They are so beholden to what they have in their head. They can't see the forest through the tree. They cannot go right. It's impossible for some of these people that you're watching. It's impossible for them to go back the other way. There's no saving qualities for these people. There's no salvaging these people. There's And when it's this many people, and please understand, the numbers that you see in Washington are only a small percentage. The numbers in DC are only a small percentage of a vast majority spread across the fruited plains. That's what we got going on. That's what we got going on. Listen, there's no way in the world. All of this lock him up. There's no way in the world they're going to lock him up. Not right now. Not while he's in office. The attorney general of these yet to be United States already said, "Oh, we're not. The president can't be prosecuted because he's the president. Because now we're running a freaking dictatorship." They said that years ago. You've got. Remember, we had the whole investigation and stuff like that. Independent investigator and stuff like the Mueller trial. And they came right out from the beginning and said, "I don't care what Mueller come out with, the president cannot be prosecuted. Get over it." This is the act of people who are not going to back down. And if I am Joe Biden and I am the Department of Homeland Security and the Committee on Inaugurations, tonight we're having an emergency meeting and we're scrapping all this inauguration stuff. You know where inauguration is about to happen? We about to have it downstairs in some bunker somewhere. We'll broadcast it to all of the major television stations. We'll do all of that. But what we're not about to do is have a whole nother thing like this. Because if you think these people are going to stop now, and if you think that Donald Trump is going to be quiet and tell these people not to go and throw uh, you know, fire down the National Mall during the middle of this election, you're reaching. I mean, during the middle of this inauguration, you're reaching. Love and my peace. In another country, we as a United States of America would have run the other people over in another country with tanks and killed civilians, killed them all. Sure would have. But no, you would dare not do that to your people descended from the Caucasus Mountains. Oh no, child. Mm-mm. This is the start of what's about to be. If y'all think it's going to be old, that these people have shown you, they're not just going to sit back and let y'all think that y'all finna just do whatever y'all want and let you know. Y'all finna just we finna just sit up here and let the left, the Dems, the Bidens, and all of them do what they want to do, and there are gonna be no repercussions. You dare think we're gonna have these people of color in positions of power ahead of forcing us to do right? You know, we're not gonna have that. We'll burn it down before we let it do that, and that's what they're doing now. The ironic thing is, this is what white people do. See, white people, they like they don't work for anything. They are privileged. Somebody else be done worked for something, built up something. They come swoop in, snatch it up, and then when they get tired of it or it makes them mad, they'll tear it up because they never built it. Look at the Capitol building. The White House, the Capitol building, and all of those government buildings were not built by white people. They were built by us. And if you really want to get into it, the designers and architects, the real architects and designers of these buildings are not white. They had their work stolen and their works were given credit for to other people, but they didn't build that building. So why not burn it down? I don't care. Burn it down. They ain't build it. They ain't put no work into it. That's our Capitol building. Hell, we built it as black people. That's our White House. Hell, we built it as black people. Listen, when you have the Antichrist, Donald Trump, and this narcissist who, at every turn in his life, has always come out the victor. All, no matter how horrible something is he does, no matter how nefarious, no matter how awful it is, because of his white privilege, he's always been able to take the next step up. He does something wrong. Oh, I got money to pay for that. He does that wrong. Oh, I got lawyers that'll take care of that. It ends up always in a winning seat. You think y'all gonna tell him he didn't win this election and he was gonna take that sitting down? He said, "Oh, I didn't win the election. Oh, that's what you think? Yeah, y'all go burn that shit down. All right, I'll be over here. I'll be over here. Let me know. You notice they don't got him in nobody's bunker. Nowhere. The Capitol building of these yet to be United States has been taken over. He ain't in no bunker, nowhere. Shouldn't the president of the United States, when we have something like this going on, be somewhere down in a bunker? I'm just asking. I'm asking. Is that not how these things go? All y'all people in the DMV area, y'all let them white people go on out there and tear it up. Let them tear each other up. Let them tear each other down, honey. If you got a family member, husband, wife, or whatnot that works down there for the police at the Capitol building or the Washington D.C. police, you might want to call them, boo. It's okay. We'll find you another job. Go ahead and turn in that badge and say, boo, I ain't signed up for this. Nope, I'm going home. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be like, nope, nope, I'm good. I ain't signed up for this. I moved to another state. Give me a whole nother job. Not doing it because it's not. Because did you see? They keep showing the video. I think it looked like it was a black officer when they first came into started storming in, and it was that one Capitol building Capitol Police officer. It looked like a black man. And it was like dozens of them. And there was this one man that you saw him trying to pick up the little wand. And I guess he looked at it like, yeah, this little wand ain't gonna really do that. And you saw him just start running like, listen, I ain't here for this. Not what I signed up for. Child. Child. It's a mess out there. Trump wants his way. He needs to back up and go at this point. He doesn't care. Even if you looked at the little statement that he made, talk about, yeah, you should go home. Littered through that statement, he kept saying, yeah, they stole this election from us. Yeah, they ain't right. Yeah, you see what they doing to those people. They ain't doing nothing to them. But go home. But still, they ain't do right by this, and these people are wrong. But yeah, go home. But yeah, this is the worst thing that's ever happened in the history of this country. Nothing like this ever happened in this country to any other president. But yeah, still go home. Listen, what they need to be doing. See, this is how you make a statement, okay? What you do with something like this, you prosecute everybody involved to the fullest extent of the law. I'm talking about Trump. I'm talking about his raggedy ass sons that was out there today. I'm talking about Josh Hawley from the great state of Missouri. I'm talking about Ted Cruz from the great state of Texas, and all of those senators, other 12 senators, and all of those 140 plus congressmen and women who were deciding that this was the opportunity for them to try to make a statement and submit themselves in the Trump Republican Party. Those are the people who need to start to be prosecuted. Those are the people who should be facing impeachment hearings because you have incited riots that has caused the capital of these yet to be United States to be overthrown. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it again. This country has done more to protect the Capitol building of other countries than it has today to protect the capital of its own country. Only because the people involved are white. And that's from both sides. And I'm talking to both the Republican side and I'm talking to the Democratic side. Both sides. Because when at the end of the day, you got white people on both sides. See, this goes further than just a Republican Democrat thing. The core of this goes to white supremacy. That's what it is. Let's call it what it is. That's what it is. It's what it is. A mess. And this is why, and I'm going back to because I gotta call out the other side too. I'm going back to people like Joe Biden, who, hi Joe Biden, this is us black people. You're welcome again for delivering those 2 Senate seats, allowing you to get control of the Senate now. That was black people yet again. But when we looking at the important positions, how many of them black? See, this is why I don't cut them no slack. You want to get some truth and justice? I don't want to see. Listen, Merrick Garland, I hate it for you. Sorry that they stole that seat from you that you were supposed to have on the United States Supreme Court when Obama was president. I'm sorry. But Joe Biden, you were supposed to give that to a black person. And one of them other seats. Because even the General Lloyd Austin, that he wants for the defense secretary of defense, it's a real possibility that he might not get in because they have to give waivers because he's not considered a civilian yet. And there are already Democrats that said that they're not going to vote for the waiver. Now let's just, since we gonna talk about the Georgia people too, because at this point they're gonna do what they're gonna do over there in DC. They're gonna burn it down. Let them burn it down. Let them burn the shit down. Y'all don't want to do nothing about these white people over there. Y'all don't want to break out the military. I ain't seen not one smoke of pepper spray. I ain't seen no pepper spray, no tear gas, no tanks, no National Guard, no nothing. Y'all want to let them burn it down? Burn the shit down. I don't give a fuck. Burn the shit down. Let them burn it down. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing anyway. Had it been us, y'all would have had the full scope of everything that the National Guard can have. Y'all would have had them all over. Tanks rolling up and down Pennsylvania Avenue and up and down the National Mall. So let them burn it down. I don't care. Back to these Georgia Senate seats. What I don't understand, Joe Biden, is don't play in our faces. See, now we can hold you accountable. Now, Mr. Biden, you're going to have all of the control you wanted. What are you going to do with it? And if you think that we holding you to the carpet, have your foot to the fire, and that you owe us, the fuck, yes, you do. You owe us, sir. You owe us, sir. Black people, you owe us. It's not those white people over there burning down the Capitol building. It's not them. They didn't get you these last two Senate seats. It was us. But yet, some of our own people question and say, "Oh, well, y'all being too hard on him. Oh, well, give him a chance." No, I ain't giving you nothing. See, I'm one of those people you got to show me. Hey, Miss Blessed Watkins. Hey, Boss Lady New Jersey. I ain't say hi to a lot of y'all when y'all came in. I'm not one of these people that's like, "Oh, give him a chance and let him prove it wrong." No, I'm not gonna give you a chance to slap me in the mouth. Nope. When you come in the door, don't slap me. I'm telling you, coming through the door, do not slap me. Don't raise your hand at me. It ain't no, don't tell him not to slap you. He ain't even got all the way through the door. No, I'm warning this bitch at the door before he come in not to slap me. Same thing. Hey, Joe Biden, sir, you owe us black people. And I don't feel like you paying us back like you should. And even with the little statement that Joe Biden gave today about these terrorists that are there. You saw him really trying to toe the line and saying that, this is like an insurrection and so forth. These are domestic terrorists, and this is terrorism on American soil. Call it what it is. Call it what it is. No, 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 Sir Yardy, you're right. The United States military cannot be called to do anything on United States soil, but the National Guard can. That's why we have the National Guard. In situations on U.S. soil, you cannot call the four branches of the military proper, but you can call the National Guard, and the National Guard can then come in and do what they. That's why you keep hearing them say the National Guard, because the Army, the military proper as we know it, you can't do that on American soil. There are laws against that. But what I'm saying is, you continue to coddle these people. And it's not, I'm going to tell you what it is. It's because they are white. Please believe, if a bunch of black people or Hispanic people or Native Americans or other people had done this, Joe Biden himself would have called it domestic terrorism. Please understand. He would have called it out. He would have said he would have been screaming holy hell. But now y'all want to play these games. Y'all want to walk right up to the line and say and play around with it and say, "Oh, this is horrible. I can't believe this is happening. I never thought I'd see this in this country before." You saying all that and still ain't doing that. Telling y'all what this is. Acts like this is the beginning of what most countries would consider civil war. This would be the beginning of civil war. There's no way a civilized country allows its own Capitol building to be taken over. Are you kidding me? And we're supposed to be a superpower. Now let's think about this. Let's go down this road. Does this not give the blueprint to real other international terrorists if they want to come in and say, oh, it's that easy to take over the Capitol building? Why they got this going on? Oh, okay. But the United States has a history of this. They never want to see white people as the terrorists that they are. See Timothy McVeigh, because they still don't want to call him a domestic terrorist. And how many people did he kill? Come on now. Remember that some of y'all might be too young to remember that. Timothy McVeigh, going back, what year was that? 94, 95, somewhere around here? Hmm. We know exactly what this is. And like I said, this has nothing to do with Republican and Democrat. This has everything to do with white people and their white privilege. Because the white people would dare not accept the fact that somebody that looks like their father and someone that looks like their brother and their uncle and their grandfather is tearing this country down. I'm telling you what I know. A mess. A mess. Now, here is and see, here's the sad part. Here's where people where I talked about the reprobate mind earlier. Here is how, if I'm gonna go political, the Republicans caused this on themselves. Donald Trump literally caused this on himself. Remember, Donald Trump and the Republican Party told Republican voters, don't early vote. They told them that. Don't early vote. Don't do all of that. No, we don't need none of that. They told them not to do that. They said, no, you go the day of election and vote because that's the only way it's going to be counted. And that's the only way it's going to be real and counted. Negating the fact that there are rules in every single state that are different. Every single state decides how they're going to hold their own election. It's not a national thing. The president has no say so in how elections are held in a respective state. And so you told these people not to vote, forgetting that the Democratic Party was doing a whole other thing. Yeah, you go ahead and vote. Go on out and vote. Go on, please vote early, vote off, and we're gonna take you need a ride. We're gonna get you there. And those people were disillusioned to think, oh, it's okay. Oh, we won in 2018. Oh, we got this. Not yeah, 2018, we got this. Oh, we won in 2016. We got this. Now y'all done lost legitimately. And now because you lost the game, now you want to burn the shit down. Now it's everybody else's fault. Now white people, and listen, Donald Trump is the poster child of white people and white privilege. He is their Jesus Christ superstar. Jesus Christ superstar. That's what he is for the white supremacists and white privilege. He's rich and he's blonde and he's from New York and he's well connected and he has a beautiful porn skank wife, if you want to call that beautiful. And he has a beautiful daughter, and he represents everything that America represents. A mess. A fucking mess. So what you see today is the culmination of the systematic diminution of a civilized nation. Donald Trump told you going in, he can give a shit about the Constitution. And so what's baffling is all of these politicians who thought by some great osmosis that the Constitution didn't mean anything. And let me tell you why the Constitution didn't mean anything when you had Donald Trump come in. The Constitution says that Congress, meaning the House and the Senate, are just as powerful as the president. There's no president, then Congress. That's not how this works. There's three equal branches. You got the judicial branch, you got the legislative branch, civics, seventh grade, and you got the freaking executive branch. Nobody's more powerful than the other unless you acquiesce and give someone else power. Unless you coalesce to the demands of somebody who's trying to turn our country into an authoritarian dictatorship. Unless you take the scissors or the butcher knife, cut off your own balls, sit them on a silver platter, and hand them over to a gentleman that you think gonna take you to the promised land. Reestablish white supremacy in these yet to be United States of America. Because let's be clear, we knew that way back when he had Make America Great Again. We knew what that was about. That was about making America a white supremacist nation again. And so you thought that it was going to be different. You thought that this whole 4 years that there was not going to be this wasn't going to come to a head. You thought that there wasn't going to be a come to Jesus moment. You thought by some great osmosis that somehow this wasn't going to happen like this. You forgot we had Charlottesville. You forgot about that, right? Where you see, y'all think this is a wonderful place. Charlottesville, where you had white people running over people and killing people. Remember that. You forgot that your president, just for the last how many months, has had his own COVID cons ceremoniously spreading a disease and virus to hundreds of Americans, thousands of Americans at a time, and then ceremoniously saying, "Oh, it's a hoax. It's not real. I don't give a shit. Go home and die." The fact that we have had more Americans die in a single day from COVID-19 than anything else than any other event in the history of this country. But the most egregious thing that y'all have seen in these 4 years is the fact that they took over the Capitol building. Like y'all ain't see that coming. So y'all ain't see that coming, right? Y'all didn't see that coming. You just did see all of this. Burn the shit down. I don't care. Listen. This is what us black people need to be our monkey asses to fuck doing. Sit down over here like this, like, oh, that looks awful. Oh, girl, you see what they doing over there? Oh, girl. I mean, let's be clear. They have turned back the hands of time some 200 years in these yet to be United States of America. But you know what, quintessential, it's not that Trump doesn't know that, because if he doesn't, that's fine. But you have people elected to positions of power that have coalesced to his demands, that have bastardized civilized America. And you thought this was impossible. You thought something like this wasn't going to happen. These people are over. Listen, you have people in elected positions fighting to put somebody back in office who has ceremoniously used all of the Constitution and all of the paperwork used to write the laws of this country as toilet paper, who has no understanding of what it means to be civilized, who has no understanding of what it means to, be a law-abiding citizen. No idea. He's never had checks and balance in the entirety of the life of Donald John Trump. He's never had any checks and balances on him. He's never had to follow rules. He's never had to do anything he doesn't want to do. You think that's about to happen now? See, this is what I'm saying. And all of these pundits and people on television, like, oh my God, I just can't believe what I'm watching. I can't believe this is the United States of America. It's not. It's the yet to be United States of America. And I don't know why you're surprised, because we saw this thing coming along. This thing has been coming for a while. Burn the shit down. Maybe y'all will learn now. Sometimes you got to have stuff to happen like that. Sometimes, in order to people to really learn the horribleness of their ways, in order for people to learn the error of their ways, you got to let the shit burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. I mean, this thing's been a long time coming. This is not a surprise. When I was at work earlier and I was looking at my news feed going across my phone, and I saw it happen, I saw the video, I said, that makes sense. And so I had some of my people that were that I was teaching today, they were in the some of them are in the DMV area, and I told them, I said, well, listen, if you want to leave early and go home and check on your family or loved ones, relatives that you need to, you can go ahead and leave early. I'll let you do that if you want to. The rest of you people stay here. The rest of y'all stay here. But if some of those of you in the DMV area, if you want to go home, check on your home, check on your family or whatever, you can go do that and we'll make it up. I did that, but I looked at that thing like, mm, sounds about right. A mess. A mess. Here's another. See, it goes so much deeper than Democrats and Republicans. It goes back to something I said, I think it was last weekend. It goes back to what I said last weekend. Even the Democrats don't do right by us. And I'm going to say this. You got a Democratic governor of the great state of California who had a Senate seat that had to be vacated by a black woman. Now, did that a seat that she took over from another woman? You think that governor gave that appointed the new person to hold that seat that Kamala Harris gave up? You think he gave that seat to another black woman? Nope. You think he gave it to another woman? Nope. You think he gave it to a black person at all? Nope. I'm just saying. John, I'm not gonna call this man John. Raphael Warnock is only the 11th black senator in the history of these yet to be United States of America. He's only the 11th in the 200 and however many year history of these yet to be United States of America. Was it 245 years now? It's 245. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, and that's why, even though I punched my tickets for the Democratic side, listen, I be harder on the Dems than I do on the Republican because I'm like, wait a minute. At least the Republicans don't even try to act like they give a shit. But you motherfuckers try to act like, oh, we're here for you, black people. We love you. We're in the fight with you. Really? 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 I'm just saying. Now, the Senate, there are 100 seats. It's supposed to be representative of what the populace of these yet to be United States look like. Which means that if black people make up 11, 12% of the population, we should have 11 or 12 senators. Correct? I'm just thinking pie in the sky, you know? You know how many we got? 3. Which is why when it comes to issues surrounding black people, they be looking like, oh, y'all can go to the back seat. We don't give a shit. Y'all stop me when y'all listen. Burn it down. They allowed this. They allowed this. They allowed this. They allowed this. You mean to tell me Nancy Pelosi, y'all are in the middle of certifying the election of the next Democratic president. And when this insurrection started, when this terrorist plot proceeded, when these terrorists started to funnel in and flood into the Capitol building of these yet to be United States of America, you can lob a phone call to the Department of Defense and say, we need the National Guard or something over here right away. Y'all can do that. Come on now. You have the vice president was in that building, the speaker of the House was in that building, the Senate, all of the leaders of the United States Senate was there. So you're talking about in the line of succession, the number 2, 3, who's number 4 is president, vice president, secretary of state, speaker of the House, and then I think is secretary of state 4. But you got a good amount of important people there. The bunker people, the people who they put in bunkers. And all of that's going on. And y'all didn't manage to have the National Guard there immediately. Let's be clear. Immediately. That's not a reason for the National Guard to come. That's not a reason to have all military personnel in the surrounding 6 states in that area. You want to know why? You already know. Because the terrorists look like them. A mess. A mess. A mess. A complete and utter mess. All gaslit by your president and elected members of the Senate and the House of Representatives. So it makes sense. Burn this shit down. Y'all started it. Y'all thought it was going to end some kind of other way? You thought something else was going to happen? And you gonna have all kinds of white people. I'm gonna tell you what the white people about to do. Talking about this is a sad day in the history of our country. I just cannot believe that this is happening. Fuck you and your sad day. You know how many sad days in the history of this country us black people have had? You know how many sad days, saddest days in the history of this country people of color have had to live through? But no, they take over your people, not us. Your people, your white people took over and over the Capitol building of these yet to be United States. And now you go here to talk about, oh, I never thought something like this would happen. You gonna have one of these white people on screen crying today, talking about, oh, I can't believe this is my country. I never thought. You know how many of those days black people don't had? Ask the parents and family members of the grocery list of black people who have lost their lives for no reason about the saddest days for them in these yet to be United States of America. Fuck out of here. Fuck you and your sad days. But that's what you about to see. Terrorists. But y'all around here negotiating with terrorists. Fuck out of here. A mess. A complete and utter fucking mess. And I'm gonna be here for all the crying. Listen, I'm gonna be watching TV tonight, watching these people cry, and oh, they're gonna be so sad. I can't believe this. We need action now. Something has to happen to them. Oh, now y'all need something to happen to these people. Now y'all want, there to be, swooping and sweeping arrests and swooping and sweeping, prosecutions, all of this, that, and the third. Where's the swooping prosecutions for the people that kill us, black people, the police officers that kill us? How about that? Because didn't it just come out today? The guy that shot the black man in the back, Blake, they just said those officers would not be charged. Didn't we just hear that today? Fuck out of here. Get me started. Please don't get me started. Because I'm not here for it. Listen, y'all. I am not here for it. This is your America, white people. This is your America. This is what you created. This is what you wanted. Make America great again. Go ahead. You forgot there were times in this country when, what war was that? Where's really be when I need her? It was before one of the wars, the Capitol building was stormed into, and I think was it part of it burned or something? I think it was the War 1812, or maybe right before the Civil War. It was sometime in the 80s, in the 1800s, or something like that. A mess. This is what you built. This is what you allowed to fester. And I blame the Democrats as much as I blame the Republicans, because y'all weren't trying to put pressure on these people. Y'all wanted to play nice with the people. Y'all ain't want to call the people out. Y'all wanted to follow all of the rules and all of this, that, and the third, and say, no, we can't do that. We have to follow and do it the right way and follow all the rules. Fuck the right way. Sometime a bitch come in my house and try and steal from me, bitch, I'm shooting you in the head. Fuck the right way. And sometimes when you have an adversary that you know is wrong and you know is not doing right by you, you have to take them out. Ain't no right way to take them out. You take them out. Ain't no following the rules when you taking out an adversary. But this is what y'all wanted. This is what you allowed. Y'all allowed the Mitch McConnells of the world, the John Cornyn's of the world, the Ted Cruz's of the world, all of these terrorists. Because make no bones about it, some of these senators and definitely some of the House of Republican GOP people are just as much terrorists as the people you see that took over the building today. Some of the terrorists were already in the building because they were congressmen and senators. Get a load of that. Now wrap your hands around that. Some of them, you want to now. Some of these people on the other side love conspiracy theories. So let's go with you. If you want to do conspiracy theories, we can do it too. Like to here it go. You think that some of these people on the outside were not probably in communication with some of these congressmen on the inside, staffers of these congressmen that were telling them, yeah, now is a good time. Now is a good time. A mess. A fucking mess. But this is what you want. And like I said earlier, because it's white people, they're going to go ahead and try to have this inauguration on January 20th out in the open and say, we're going to defy those people who would not want us to have it. Y'all got to be some of the dumbest people on earth. Y'all got to be some of the dumbest people. I swear these people are some of the dumbest people on earth. You can't tell them nothing, though. Just a damn mess is what we got going on. Now, let me watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I was watching before I came on, and they were talking about, well, members of the Senate and Congress are trying to see about or think about how they can continue to try to certify the votes, even with all of this is going on, and seeing if they can find a room big enough so that they can all meet and continue this process, because we would not let them stop us. That's because y'all ain't scared. Because these are white people. Listen, if this, listen, if this was black people, if this were people from the Middle East, baby, they would have shut down every Capitol building across the country. Do you hear me? If this were not white people, not only would they have shut down the United States Capitol, they would have shut down the Pentagon. They would have shut down every government building in Washington, D.C. They would have had every state across the fruited plains and in the union of these yet to be United States shut down their Capitol buildings and say it's all on lockdown until we get a hold of what's going on. I'm telling you, that's what it would have happened. They would have shut everything down. But they ain't going to do that. Because the truth of the matter is, while I was saying earlier that they weren't going to do it because, oh, these people look like my dad, brother, uncle, son, grandfather. More than that, it might be their dad, uncle, grandfather, cousin, all of that stuff. Mm. Hey, Lady T. Now wrap your hands around that. And if y'all think this is over, you're reaching. Let, let me help you all grapple with what we have going on in this country. There has been a civil war brewing in this country for some time. Did we not forget that I think it was 2 months ago, not even a full 2 months, I don't think ago, we had a whole group of people that were about to be successful in kidnapping a governor of a state in these yet to be United States of America. And people didn't even fucking blink. The other side, the Republican Party, didn't even fucking blink. And coupled with the Republican Party not even blinking when some of these very same people had a whole plan that they were about to execute to kidnap a sitting governor. Okay, on American soil. Not only did the Republicans not blink, you had the Dems that sat there and said, "Oh, well, we have to let the wheels of justice do what it has to do." Really? But y'all surprised that we're here. Y'all ain't see this coming, right? Y'all, none of y'all saw this coming. All of these pundits and people that get paid to see things coming. Where is the NSA, National Security Advisor, and all of this? Where's the CIA? Where are all of the people? Because anybody with a pair of eyes and a pair of ears could see that it was about to be some fuckery and fucktitude in Washington, D.C. today. You had to see that. But not everybody's so surprised. It's such a sad day in this country. Fuck you and your sad day. A mess. A complete and utter mess. Just a damn mess. We supposed to be over here celebrating the fact that Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff just secured their seats in the Senate. Mind you, when they were probably carrying Mitch McConnell out of the Senate chambers, hey boo boo, that was your last stand as Senate Majority Leader. You raggedy ass fuck bitch. No, Mitch McConnell deserves all the smoke. That raggedy son of a bitch deserves everything coming to him. I'm glad to see you go. That was you couldn't even finish out the entirety of that meeting before you got carted out by your own people. Happy to see you go. No longer will you be Senate Majority Leader. You raggedy ass bastard. I'm sorry, y'all. I had a moment. I had a whole moment. Mitch McConnell does that to me. Mitch McConnell angers me. He just angers me. Mitch McConnell angers me like no other. But I'm just saying, y'all, this is what we need to do as black people. What we've always did, which is what the good gospel songs say, watch and pray and carry your gun. Let me say that again. Watch, pray, but still have your gun in your hand. That's why they said watch and pray. Now they left out the part about carrying your gun because what you watching for is when a motherfucker try to sneak up on you and you have to blow a bitch off the earth. You watch, pray, but then you still have your gun. What are you praying for? You praying that the Lord gives you good sight and good dexterity so you can blow a bitch off the earth. That's what you got to do. I'm just saying. On Sexy Dad didn't come out today, Lunam. I have not been on a roll today. I ain't been doing nothing. I'm just here. I'm just here. Let me get off of here. I think really B is live. I probably shouldn't be live while she's live. Is she live? Oh, she was live. Or she ain't live no more. But I'm just saying, y'all, this is what. No, she not live no more. It don't look like she live no more. But y'all, this is America. I be looking for him, Lunam. This is America. This is what they asked for. They want to make America great again. That's what we're doing. We're making America great again. Burn it down. Burn it down. But yeah, y'all listen. Mark my words. There is about to be a fight in this country. If y'all think this is the end, these people are showing you that they are prepared. They're not giving up. They don't care about your inaugurations that you have. They have said that Joe Biden will always, in their estimation, be an illegitimate president. Always. 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 That's like me holding up one finger and one finger and saying, how many fingers do I have? And you saying 10 because you're holding up both hands and there are 10 fingers on both hands instead of you saying two. Listen, ain't no unity coming. Now, what we can hope for is that Miss Rona rolls through with all of these people out there yelling and spitting and everything. And Miss Rona rolls through. And what's the inauguration? What, 2 weeks from now? Yeah, exactly 2 weeks from today. hmm That gives Miss Rona a good 2 weeks to take hold. Yeah, y'all right on time. Shouts out to them. Go ahead and have this whole COVID con, this COVID convention that y'all had out there, and let Miss Rona do her work. Go ahead, Miss Rona, girl. You got all the people out there, girl. And in exactly 14 days is the 20th. See how this works out. I'm just saying, a mess. It's a whole mess. A whole. I was supposed to be coming on live today to talk about a whole lot of other stuff. I was prepared to discuss a lot of stuff. I was prepared to discuss the fact that Chad Ochocinco said that he wanted to get a penis reduction and asked how much that cost. We've seen his stuff. I put it out there for y'all to see. I was supposed to talk about the fact that Lauryn Hill explained why she only had one album. A whole bunch of stuff we were supposed to talk about today. But I can't even do that because I'm stuck here talking about this foolish. I was supposed to be talking about the elections. I was supposed to talk about Kanye, and the rumor that him and Jeffree Star are, in flagrante delicto. That rumor that's out there all over Twitter and TikTok. I was supposed to be talking about all of that. But no, we are talking about what's going on at the capital of these yet to be United States of America. Yeah, listen, I'm with you on that, Lunam. I am with you on that. That's the devil's work. Child. Listen, this is showing y'all that they're gonna have to cart that young man out, kicking and screaming. I have every belief that at about 10 o'clock in the morning on January 20th, that young man is going to start to invite all of these people, these nefarious miscreants, into the White House to shield and protect him from getting carted out by the Secret Service and the National Guard. Look what we got going on. A mess. Anyway, y'all, I've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. I'm about to get off here. Can we get some Shondos in the chat before I get off? I know Really B might be going live in a little bit, and I want to give y'all a chance to go rest a little bit, shit, shower, shave, and all of that good shit before she comes on. I'm sure she'll have a lot to say about this stuff. Um, yeah, I just wanted to come and talk to y'all for a little bit. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. Y'all know how I get when I get on the politics stuff. I get real passionate. And I just wanted to come on and talk with y'all and you know let y'all know my thoughts on what's going on today. Shouts out to the state of Georgia because you pulled it off. Um, you know, hey, listen, Raphael Warnock is taking over a seat that was held by a senator who called for the lynchings of black men. The seat that he's taken over was held by a senator who once called for the lynchings. This happened. The reason with which Joe Biden could even take the oath of office have no representation in the United States Senate. See, this is why I say you looking for the Dems to do you a favor. Look at Joe Biden's cabinet. The highest black woman outside of Kamala Harris, who was elected. I'm not going to include Kamala Harris, but in his cabinet appointments, I think the highest black female appointment is Marcia Fudge, who is what is she over HUD? She's over HUD. No, is it HUD? Yeah, that's the thing you get. The highest position by a black person, and I'm not talking about Kamala Harris, is maybe General Lloyd Austin is Secretary of Defense, and it's not even guaranteed that he's going to get through because there's some Democrats that have said they're not voting to give him a waiver. That's the things we get. We got to begin to hold these people accountable. We got to hold Joe Biden and the Dems just as accountable as we would the Republicans, if not more. And we got to hold them more accountable because we voted for them, because we put them there. And when we put you in place, we're going to hold you even more accountable. A mess. Anyway, y'all, that's all I got for y'all today. I know I was a little passionate. I was a little rah, rah, rah today. I know. I know. I don't know that y'all enjoyed it today. Hey, S. Now. I ain't getting out. Listen, I'll ask for these things. But I know when y'all enjoy stuff because y'all will send me a cash app, a super chat or something. Y'all ain't sent me nothing. Y'all looked at me like, L Teddy, we are not here for this foolery. It's okay. I had to get it off my chest. I'm here for it. Mm, mm, mm. Until next time, I'll probably go live again tomorrow, y'all. Because I do want to cover some of these stories that I want to talk about that I was supposed to talk about. We'll talk more. I do want to eventually talk about the growing divide within the Republican Party. That is something that I really thought that was going to be my next politics talk, which was going to be the rift and the divide happening within the Republican Party. But with everything happening today and all of the shakedowns after the Georgia elections, there's a lot more that's about to take place in the next week or two. And so I'll start maybe to unpack that maybe this weekend, and then we'll see. Um, and then we'll see from there. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, y'all love y'all, love on y'all. Thank y'all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.